Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and remember, if this video is for you, please ensure that you're learning, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. So we're going to continue with the 2011 multiple choice paper. So we're now at question 21. A man pays 60 cents for every 200 meter cube of gas used, plus a fixed charge of $13.25. How much does he pay when he uses 55,000 meter cube of gas? So therefore we're looking at 0.6, which is the same as 60 cents, being equal to the 200 meter cube. So we're looking at x, we're trying to solve for x, which is when you use 55,000 meter cube of gas. So we're cross multiplying to make x the subject of the formula, or to solve for x. So it is x is equal to 55,000 multiplied by 0.6, and all of that is divided by 200. So we can cancel the zeros from the 200 with 2 zeros from the 55,000, and we're left with x is equal to 550 multiplied by 0.6, and all of that is divided by 2, and then we can cancel the 2 with 0.6, and we're left with x is equal to 550 multiplied by 0.3. So guys, this is the way sometimes you have to break it down in the exam, because you will not have a calculator, so you have to find out the easiest way so you can multiply or divide, add or subtract, or whatever the case may be. So x is equal to 550 multiplied by 0.3, and you'll get $165. But remember, there's a fixed charge of $13.25. So you'll need to add the 165 plus the fixed charge of $13.25, and you'll get x is equal to $178.25. So guys, remember to practice these workings. So we're moving right along. So 22. If $7,000 is borrowed at the rate of 5% per annum for 3 years, the simple interest is, so remember, simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time, and all of that is divided by 100. So we're working out the simple interest. So simple interest, and that is equal to the principal, which is 7,000 multiplied by the rate of 5% multiplied by the time of 3 years, and that is divided by 100. So we can cancel the zeros from the 100 with zeros from the 7,000. We're left with simple interest is equal to 70 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3, and you can do that working, and your answer for 22 will be D, 1,050. So simple interest is equal to 1,050. So our answer for 22 is D, 23, 4.5x plus 2 upon 5x. So remember, with addition or subtraction of fractions, once the denominators are the same, you can just go ahead and add with the denominator remaining the same in the answer. So for, in this case, it will be 4 plus 2 to give us 6 upon 5x. So our denominator will remain the same. So our answer for 23 is D. So remember guys, in addition and subtraction of fractions, once the denominators are the same in the question, you leave. You can just go ahead and add. You don't have to find any LCM, that long working out. No, just go ahead and add the numerators. So 24, x minus 2 in bracket multiplied by 3x plus 4. So we'll need to expand and then simplify. So it will be x multiplied by 3x from the first bracket. So it is x multiplied by 3x plus x multiplied by 4, and then we're now using -2, so it is plus -2 multiplied by 3x plus negative 2 multiplied by 4. So we now have x multiplied by 3x to give us 3x squared. So it is 3x raised to the power of 2 plus x times 4 to give us 4x plus negative 2 times 3x to give us negative 6x plus negative 2 times 4 to give us negative 8. So we're just going to go ahead and try to remove these brackets by multiplying the signs. So we still have 3x raised to the power of 2 plus 4x, and a positive times a negative will result in a negative. So we'll now have minus 6x, and again a positive times a negative will result in a negative. So we have minus 8, and this is the answer. And we're now going to simplify. So it is 3x raised to the power of 2, and 4x minus 6x will leave us with minus 2x and minus 8, and that is our answer. So answer 424 is B. So 25. If 5x minus 26 is equal to x plus 50, then the value of x is, so we're putting all the x on one side of the equation and all the numbers on one side of the equation. So we'll have 5x minus x is equal to 50 plus 26. So the x on the right side, when we move it across the equal sign, it becomes negative, and the 26 was negative on the left hand side of the equation. When we move it to the right hand side, it becomes positive. So we're now left with 4x being equal to 76. So therefore x is equal to 76 divided by 4, and therefore x is equal to 19 when that division is done. So 4 into 7 goes 1 time, remainder 3, 4 into 36 goes 9 times. So therefore x is equal to 19. 26, 3x squared multiplied by 2x cubed. So remember, when multiplying powers with the same base, you always add the indices, and this is the index law for multiplication. So I'm just going to pull it apart a bit. So it is 3 multiplied by 2 to give us 6, and x squared multiplied by x cubed is equal to x raised to the 5th power, and therefore our answer is 6x raised to the 5th power. So therefore our answer for 26 is A. 27. If p is equal to m squared divided by 2 minus m, where m is equal to negative 3, then the value of p is, so wherever we see m, we will replace it with negative 3 in the equation. So therefore p is equal to negative 3 square, and all of that is divided by 2 minus negative 3 in bracket. And remember, negative times a negative will give you a positive. So we're now left with 339, which is the negative 3 squared. And remember, when you square a negative number, it becomes positive. So we have positive 9, and we now have 2 plus 3, and therefore p is equal to 9 upon 5. So therefore answer for 27 is B. So we're moving nicely along, guys. So 28. For 2x plus 3 being greater than or equal to 9, the range of numbers, or the range of values for x is, so we're looking for what will make the left hand side of this inequality greater than or equal to 9. So therefore the first number that we're going to choose must allow the left side of the inequality equal to 9, and then any number that follows must make the left side of the inequality greater than 9. And the only number that will satisfy this requirement is A, where x is equal to or greater than 3. So if we should replace x with 3, we'll have 2, 3, 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So we have where the left hand side of the inequality is now equal to 9, and A says x is greater than or equal to 3, and I already used where it is equal to 3, so therefore the upcoming numbers will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going 10, 11, 12 to infinity, and therefore going forward the left hand side of the inequality will always be greater than 9. X is greater than 3, it will not fulfill the inequality where the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, so therefore B couldn't be our answer, and that's the same for C and D based on the first numbers that we will use. So moving right along to 29, John has X marbles and Max has twice as many. So John has X marbles and Max has twice as many, so it is 2 times X. Max gives 5 of his marbles to John. How many marbles does Max now have? So he had 2 times X, which is twice the amount that John had, and he gave away 5, so it is 2x minus 5, and therefore answer for 29 is D. 30 states if 3 plus 2 upon x is equal to 1, then the value of x is, so there are 2 ways that you can work this. So first, you can multiply through by x to cancel the x, or you can find the LCM. So if we should multiply the entire equation by x to cancel the x at the bottom that is below the 2, we will have x multiplied by 3 plus the x multiplied by the 2 upon x, and that is equal to x multiplied by 1, and we're now left with 3x plus 2. So from this, the x that is below the 2 will cancel the x that we're multiplying that fraction by, so we're left with just 2, and that is equal to 1x. So now we're solving for x. So it becomes 3x minus 1x is equal to negative 2. So we brought the 2 across the equal sign and the 1x to the other side, so we're grouping the x's to work out that. So we are now left with 2x is equal to negative 2, and therefore x is equal to negative 2 divided by 2, and x is equal to negative 1. So our answer for 30 is A. So we're moving right along. So 31, the values of x and y which satisfies the equation x plus 2y equal 27 and 2x minus y equal 19 are respectively. So all we need to remember is that these values that are given in the answers from A to D, the first numbers represent x and the second numbers represent y respectively. So all we can do is substitute these numbers into the equation to see which will allow x plus 2y being 27 and x minus y being 19. And when you do that, the only one that will correspond is 13 and 7, where 13 plus 2 multiplied by y, where y is 7, so it is 13 plus 14 is equal to 27, and that is the same for 2x minus y. So it is 2 multiplied by 13 to give us 26 minus 7, and that will equal to 19. So therefore 31 is D. And to check if this is correct, you can do the same thing with the other answers from A to C. So 32, the diagram below shows a cylinder with diameter 6 centimeter and height 20 centimeter. The volume in centimeter cube of the cylinder is, so volume is equal to pi multiplied by r square multiplied by height. So that will equal to pi multiplied by r square. So remember, r is the radius, and what they gave was 6 centimeter, which is the diameter. So we're looking for the radius. So it will be 6 divided by 2 to give us 3. So it is 3 square multiplied by the height of 20 centimeter. and that is equal to pi multiplied by 3 3 is 9 multiplied by 20, and it is equal to pi multiplied by 180, as 90 times 20 is 180. So therefore answer 432 is a 180 pi, or pi 180. How many kilograms are there in 1 ton? And theory 1000. 34. The distance around the edge of a circular pond is 88 meters. The radius is, if you remember the formula for circumference is equal to 2 pi r. 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by r, and we're now trying to find the radius, so we're transposing the formula, and therefore that will equal to circumference is divided by 2 multiplied by pi, and that is equal to r, the radius. And the question gave the circumference, which is the distance around the circular pond, as 88 meters, and that is divided by the 2 pi, and therefore answer 434 is D. And we're moving nicely along, guys. So just remember, know your formulas and you'll be good, and most of these formulas are usually given at the front of the booklet. 35. The area of the quadrilateral above is, so remember guys, when you see this question, don't start panicking and saying, oh my god, my teacher never gave me how to find the area of a quadrilateral. From this quadrilateral, you can identify two shapes. If we should run a vertical line right here, we can get a rectangle and a triangle. So therefore we know what the formula in finding the area of a rectangle and the formula for finding the area of a triangle. So it is simple as just working those two out, adding, and then we'll get the total area. So area of a rectangle is length times width. So therefore area is equal to 8 multiplied by 3, and area is equal to 24, and that is the area of the rectangular area, or the rectangular portion rather, that is given from the quadrilateral. So now we're looking at area for the triangle, which is half times base times height. So that is equal to half times the base of this triangle, which would be 4, because remember this entire length of line is 12, but remember right at this point where the triangle start is 8 centimeters, so we're subtracting the 8 from the 12 to get what the remaining portion is, which would be the base of the triangle, and that is 4. So it is half multiplied by base, which is the 4, multiplied by height, which is the same height from this rectangular area, the left portion of the diagram, which is 3, and therefore area for the triangle portion is 6. So therefore total area is equal to 24 plus 6, and that is equal to 30 centimeters square. So answer 435 is C. So we're coming along nicely, guys. So 36. AOB is a sector of a circle such that angle AOB is 60 degrees and OBs are units long. The area of AOB is, formula is angle divided by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by r square. So always remember that the r is square, as a common mistake that students make is not squaring the r, and they will put b as the answer. Because remember, you will simplify the 60 upon 360 to get 1 upon 6, as 60 into itself goes 1 time, 60 into 360 goes 6 times, so I'll get 1 upon 6 multiplied by pi multiplied by r square. So our answer is D, but students tend to make the mistake of not remembering that the r is squared, and they'll always put b, but our answer 436 is D. So we're moving right along, guys, and we're maximizing our marks. So 37, the area of a triangle is 30 centimeters square and its base is 10 centimeter. What is the perpendicular height in centimeter of the triangle? So remember, area of a triangle is equal to half multiplied by base multiplied by height. And the question gave us the area, so it is 30 is equal to half multiplied by base, and the base is given as 10 multiplied by height, which we are trying to find. So we're going to transpose the formula to make h the subject, the height, the subject of the formula, and we're left with 30 multiplied by 2, and all of that is divided by 10 multiplied by 1 equal height. So it is 60 divided by 10 equal height, and that is 6 is equal to the height. So our answer for 37 is A. So 38, the area of a rectangle is 53.6 centimeters square. If the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is half, the area would then be. So guys, we've worked it on the 2005, 2007, 2009, 2013. In the 2013, I work it two ways, and the links to these papers are in the description below, so you can check those out. But especially the 2013, I work it two ways, where I'm going to show you one of those ways now. So the question stated length multiplied by width is equal to 53.6, and then we are multiplying the length by 4 and the width is being half, so it is width divided by 2, and that is equal to x, which is the new area that we're trying to find. But we can simplify this second line by saying 2 into itself goes 1 time and 2 into 4 goes 2 times, so we're left with 2 multiplied by length multiplied by width, so it is 2 length width is equal to x. But we know from the question and from this top equation that length multiplied by width is equal to 53.6, so it is 2 times 53.6, and replacing the length times width from the formula, and that is equal to x. So therefore x is equal to 107.2 centimeters square. So our answer for 38 is C. And we're coming along nicely, guys. So 39 is referring to this table, and it says the modal score is. So you may need to remember that mode is referring to the figure, the number, the element that occurs the most. And this table is referring to the frequency of scores obtained by students. So we're looking at the score that is repeated the most amongst all the students, and that would be 8. As we see where 12 students received 8, or 12 students got 8 in their test. So therefore answer for 39, the modal score is A8. And guys, remember how to find median, and also remember how to find mean, as these are similar topics to this. And we're now at question 40. The perimeter of a square is 48 centimeter. What is the area in centimeters square? So if you remember the perimeter of a square, it would be, side plus side plus side, or 4 times L, which is 4 times the length, as all the sides of our square is the same. So let us just use 4 times the length is equal to 48 and solve for what the length is. So it would be length is equal to 48 divided by 4, and that means the length is equal to 12, as 4 into 4 goes 1 time, 4 into 8 goes 2 times. So now we're looking at what the area of the square is, and the area of a square is the length square, or length times the length. So therefore area is equal to 12 multiplied by 12, and if we know our timetable, it is 12, 144. So therefore 40 is D. So thank you for joining us on this journey, as we are now at the end of part 2 of the 2011 multiple choice paper. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and join us for part 3 at another time.